This like really took off. That's 34,000 likes. I'm pretty sure this is my most liked tweet of all time. I put this tweet out a while ago about my experience playing Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Finally finished Tears of the Kingdom, 250 plus hours of playtime, all shrines, all light roots, all armor, all sages' wills, all Yiga schematics, 133 out of 139 side quests. Where are they? 77% map completion. And my distraught reaction to that. And then when you finish up the game, it gives you a percentage of the map completion. And I saw 77% map completion after all this, and I said, no way. And that just starts tricking the completionist mindset. After all this, you know, it's like, Jesus Christ, there's still so much more. And none of it is rewarding because I did all the meaningful side quests. And then the rest of it is all Koroks. There's 1,000 of these guys hidden throughout the entire land. So I only had like less than 500 out of 1,000 at this time. These guys count towards your map completion percentage. But also what I had was Addison, this guy. For some reason, I really wanted to do all the Addison signs. So doing these actually provides nothing, but I want to complete all of them because you get a fabric for completing all of them. It doesn't even add to your map completion. It doesn't even give you a useful item. I don't even use the fabrics, but I want to get it done to get it done. There's a mask that will, it's a Korok mask, and it kind of jingles when you're in the radius of a Korok. And so I would just go down the road looking at the Tears of the Kingdom map. So there, if you look at the map in hero mode, it traces your path, and it can help you give you context to what you completed and what you haven't. So this is not even, my map has way more. I mean, this is similar to what my map looks like. These green lines show the path of where you've gone, but mine is even more. It's crazy. So I was zooming in all the way on the map to find areas that I haven't been to and roads I haven't been to, then just riding along with a horse to find this guy. And along the way, every time my mask jingled, I would stop and look around for the Korok, whatever hidden puzzle, wherever they're hidden. But in Tears of the Kingdom, the one difference is that there's also the sky and the depth. So the solid green lines are the level that you're on of the map, but the faded out green lines would be like the depths of the sky, because you did those down below or up above. So it gets even more convoluted because there's 3 levels. There's the depths, the land, and the sky. So my map is crazy. And literally, I'm just looking for any roads I haven't been down, like looking for those. And I've just been mindlessly grinding and exploring, looking for this guy and picking up this guy for no reason. It gives you no reward. I've completed everything meaningful you can possibly do. Like Zelda Endgame is so meaningless, and Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, literally, actually more meaningless in Tears of the Kingdom. And so I've been mindlessly doing this, but it was kind of just literally number go up simulator. You know, I don't like getting into these kind of games. Like I don't play MMORPGs or just RPGs in general, grindy games, because it's addicting. It's addicting just having the number go up. And I'm just like mindless. It doesn't even feel that good. Just mindlessly booting up the game, hopping on the horse, going in circles. When the mask jingles, I lift a rock and find one of these guys. And the rare hit of dopamine is when I find one of these guys, because every single time I do it, I'm like, this has to be the last one. Because there's no map markers to show you how many of these guys you've completed. You have no way to know where you've completed him and where he is scattered throughout the land and how many you've completed and how many are remaining. So I have no idea how many I've done. He gives you nothing. He gives you bullshit that you don't need. And then I'm waiting for a new dialogue where he says, oh, I'm done. I finally can stop holding signs. And it still hasn't come. And then after well over 300 hours. So the other thing is this map, this path mode only records your path for 300 hours of gameplay. So then once you go over 300 hours, it starts deleting your initial path. I'm well over 300 hours now. I'm well over 300 hours. So I started deleting some of my path. So if the path starts clearing up, it doesn't mean I've never been there. It means I might have gone there 300 hours ago, and now the path is deleted. I was doing my mindless grind, and then after doing a specific Korok and trying to you know, get my map percentage to go up from 77%, I was reaching like 82% map completion by doing all the Koroks. My game crashed. And then not only did my game crash, I was like, okay, well, sure, it crashed. Let me load another save, because the game auto-saves frequently. I load an earlier save. Played for a little bit, then the game crashed. Load an earlier save. Played for a little bit, then the game crashed. I tried every single autosave on there, game crashed. I tried power cycling the game crashed. No matter what I was doing, the game would just crash after like a few minutes or not even open at all. And I was like, finally, I'm free. Nintendo decided to end my suffering at 82% map completion by corrupting all of my save files and making the game auto crash. I'm free. Because genuinely, when this happened, I wasn't like upset. I was like, okay, I can move on. Because there was nothing to look forward to. 300 plus hours sunk into this game. There was nothing meaningful I could glean out of it. And in fact, I have other games I need to play. So at this point, I was like, okay, I'm done. Like, if this had happened prior to me beating Ganondorf and beating the final boss, then I would have been pissed. But literally, I had completed literally everything that was meaningful in the game, and I was just being strung along, wasting my time at this point. So I was like, yes, I can move on. I don't got to worry about this stupid game anymore. And for some reason, this like really took off. That's 34,000 likes. I'm pretty sure this is my most liked tweet of all time. It just kept getting more and more traction. A lot of people were misreading my reaction to this. Like, I would be super pissed, but I wasn't being. It's a little facetious, the comment, to be funny about it, but I was serious. I was so like, okay, perfect. I was like, all right, I'm free, because I was wasting my time. There's 1,000 Koroks. Am I gonna collect 1,000 Koroks? And I wasn't even Googling things. I was just doing it on my own. But like any addict, you give me an inch, I'll take a mile. And then this guy was one of the comments. You may know already, but if you go to system settings, data management, manage software, choose the kingdom, check for corrupt data. I've had to do it for a few games, but it works. If you have it digitally, you may need to delete and reinstall, but save data will still be there. So I have the game physically. Of course, they got me. I went and checked this, and when I did this feature, it told me that there was no corrupt data. And then I was also checking out the other features that people mentioned for like potentially deleting your own save data and backing up from the cloud. I didn't do that, but I saw it in there. And when I booted the game up, it worked. And I was like, fuck. The game said, hey, no corrupted data. But when I opened the game, it told me I had to download something. It's like, oh, we need to download something. And I was like, what are you talking about? According to the system, nothing had changed. While this is going viral and I guess this is relatable to people, because the thought of like losing your save progress is so embedded in gaming culture. Like, this was a big deal back in the day. If you lost like your RPG save on your PlayStation memory card back in the day, it was gone, corrupted, done. And if you lost progress in a game you hadn't completed, like, that is actually brutal. So those are real gamer horror stories. This was a gamer release. This was like a triumphant recovery process. It's like I beat the addiction, but they pulled me back in. On the road again, Korok mask on, looking for Addison, wasting my time. And then on top of that, they even made a freaking article about it on Games Radar, which I've never really heard of this. I don't know, one of those websites that makes clickbaity news articles on viral tweets to try to generate some AdSense. It has 1 million followers. It's kind of big, important news story. He would have been the world's best Ed, and now look at him. Yeah, he just can't stop picking up rocks and looking for this dumbass dude who doesn't know how to tie a sign together. He works for a construction company. He's holding up a sign for Addison Construction, and he cannot construct a sign that can stand on its own. I have to bail him out all over Hyrule. We can't let it go to build it. I don't think that's a valid excuse. So anyways, that's it. My biggest contribution to the internet is me tweeting about my Zelda save file being corrupted.